Real conversations, real solutions, real success. Success is my religion.
Welcome to the Porch, presented by the Success is My Religion podcast, right?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Welcome back. We are here again. We'll probably take a week off because I'm gonna be out of town next week. So, and then dang, we'll probably take a couple weeks off because
I'll be out of town.
you're gonna be out next week or the following
at the end of the month.
end of the month. But
Yeah.
next week is not the end of the month.
No.
Anyways, we'll figure it out. Our topic today, we're gonna go through what is it? What did you say it was?
How close are you to success?
Or how close do you think you are to success? Both of those.
Yes.
And then we'll do our 3,000 questions about me. We got Big Steve is gonna join us on one of the podcasts in February.
Big Steve.
And then
forward to that.
yeah, we might have to do that on a Saturday because we was looking at Saturdays instead of Sundays.
Saturday works.
All right. Yeah, he was
We're
talking
get
about
off at 3, so I don't have the rest of the day.
maybe the 15th. I think he said. That's what I said at first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll work.
But anyway, how close do you think you are to success, or what do you think about that? This is his topic.
Well, I thought about it as I was getting dressed, and you never know how close you are to success, or if you are actually in your success era, and you're just waving through. For me, there's been a string of things that have happened for me that I didn't think was going to happen, but they did because I was being positive. Which, I mean, positively works. I commend you on that. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I've been a very negative person for a little bit. And I've realized my triggers, and I've tried to disassociate with them. But anyway, today is about success and being close to success, or even being in your realm of success. And who knows the type of level of success that you're actually in. And there are levels to it, and some people gravitate and want more success, so they do more or they attribute more. And some people get a taste of success and they be like, I made it. I don't know which category you fall into, but
the the success is a subjective thing. It's not, well, nobody can define it for anybody else but you. So the just the what you what where you are success wise is only in your head. Like, and then you can't really compare it to other people because they don't have the same circumstances as you. So um why why do we have the question is like, what, this is what I was thinking over the week. This past week I was thinking about like success is so nuanced. Like there's so much gray area in there that, like, I don't, when I talk to my students, like, I'm not gonna tell you exactly what you do, but like we can talk out the scenarios based off of your circumstances on the routes you can take. So and I'm talking to some teachers in the break room, yes, Friday, and they was just like, oh, they should go into trades or this, and I'm like, but trades ain't for everybody. So if trades ain't for everybody, and then working in a office isn't for everybody, like, what is for everybody? The one thing that I can see is that it has to be an individual thing. Like, they have to pick.
Yeah.
You got to pick based off of your interest, and we kind of get into the before where you think you are in the success tree,
Mm-hmm.
but our success journey. But when you look at it, you gotta look at it and be like, what are my interests? And I was like, our students don't know, young people don't know their interests. They know their interests based off of what society has tells them. But to really know your interests, you got to look deep inside of you and see what makes you want to. We'll just talk careers, a job, career,
Yeah.
calling, right? So you gotta look at the fact of what am I interested in enough to pursue past the boring, the the long hours, the all of that stuff, just to get to a certain spot. And the students, young people ain't really thinking about that. And I'm like, that's gonna get you closer to reaching your fullest potential than going off of what everybody else is doing, because
Well,
y'all got the same haircut, the same same shoes, same
yeah,
look, same everything.
the trends.
The trends, yeah.
Well, I think it's very interesting for young people, especially these days, because you're discovering what you like, how you like it. You're discovering what's intriguing to you, and it's something new around the corner every day, literally, because something new comes out every day. So, saying that you want to do a trade or you want to work in the office, that was like something that would usually apply to like my era. Now you can be an entrepreneur. You can be a, what is this, influencer. You can start a podcast. I mean, there's so many avenues and so many roles that you can choose, and you can choose multiple roles at that, because you can like certain things, and then you can be a part of certain things, and then you can be well versed to where you just want to be a part of everything that you like, obviously. But it's not as simple as it was, as if I was a 17-year-old back in 19. I won't date myself, but anyway.
19, we already got
Yeah,
dinosaurs behind us.
but no, I mean, the avenues and the opportunities that you young people have, from 17 to 25 right now, is just, it's an explosion of talent, and it's an explosion of entrepreneurship. It's an explosion of, basically you can learn something in like 90 days. You can accomplish something, and that was not an option back when I was growing
Right.
up. You had to. It took you years. Like, think of think of a full blown college career back when I was growing up versus community college, and you can do it in like two. Or I heard a commercial that I hadn't heard for a while. I won't mention her name, but they was like, "Oh, you can do this in like 90 days and be certified and be off to your career." That is crazy. I don't know how much dedication it takes, if you have to do it every day, or if it's like
Mm-hmm.
a 2 or 3 day type deal. But 90 days sounds to me, and I don't know the financial aspects of it either, but 90 days sounds way better than, committing 2 to 4 years and then maybe not getting a job that you went into your field. This is like I want to say like a direct to the thing, and I think it was something like it's not. I don't think they call it data entry anymore, but it's something along that line.
Data analyst,
Yeah,
data
it's
analyst,
something like that, to
something
where
like that.
you can be at home, and you know what? There's a lot of at home jobs that you can just do and never have to leave your house.
I'm not gonna I'm not gonna speak on all of that because I don't know if those jobs are true. I ain't never seen nobody have them. And you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I see the video, the reels and stuff of people talking about. It's so many like work from home jobs and stuff like that. But at the same time, they just entry level jobs. So if you get a 90-day certification, the difference between a full college education and a 90-day certification is that uh, it's like having a basketball player who you want on your team, the 90-day player or the one that been practicing for 90 days or practicing for 4 years.
Well, obviously, I'm gonna choose the 4 years.
Everybody's gonna choose the 4 years.
Well, it's
It just
just
gets you in the door though.
it gets you in the door, but it shows more dedication. Like let's
Oh,
shorten the route if we do the 90 days. I'm a basketball player, but I
I want the
committed to.
90. I only want 90 days
I've
to
only
be.
did it for 90
But
days.
what? And then this goes back to a podcast we had in the past. What is the expectation of those two different players? Like, is the expectation of that 90-day person certification? Is their expectation to be fully successful and make all of this money and be at the top of their like?
Well,
I don't know how long it takes them to be there, but like the expectation. Well, I understand success as like this is a time commitment thing,
yeah.
and if it and just with the mindset of because I have students that I talk to every day they like I don't want to go to 4 year school. I don't want to like I don't want to be in school for that long. And I'm like, to be a nurse, you might want to be in school for that long so you understand exactly
Get
what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? But they
all
want
the
to
levels.
shorten the route. They don't even want to take time to get their CNA and work in the field as they go through nursing school and stuff.
And I want to correct because I just had the commercial. It's 6 months. It's not 90 days.
Yeah, okay.
6 months. I'm sorry, guys. 6 months.
Yeah.
But still,
3 months,
that's
6
very
months.
compressed. That's
Yeah.
a very compressed time that either you're committed and your brain functions and you split flyer, or you can stretch it out. Now, for me, if I had a choice, I would probably double dip because I'm sure that the 6 month joints you can get like a night class, so you can double it up. But that's my mindset right now. Will I do it? I don't know.
Because it takes commitment,
Yeah.
and
the pressure seems.
but you have to commit on top of what you're already doing. Is what I'm saying. As an adult, that's the difference. Like some people are going back into get these certifications, and that's the hook. Is that oh, it only takes 6 months to do, or
Yeah,
but
yeah.
and what I want our crowd to our audience to understand is that take the time now while you're young to go learn something and then have options. Don't wait. And then now what I see a lot of people doing is they're waiting, they working in the restaurant industry or whatever, getting paid decent. Like you could make $200 a night,
Yeah.
but you're not progressing towards anything. You're just making money to live a lifestyle that you want, and which is going to burn out. You going to this nasty restaurant every single day. If you and kudos to people that have a plan with that, but
Yeah.
what really happens is you start making money and then you get an apartment. We didn't say it before. You get a car. Now you got bills to pay. Now you can't really go back to school because you got to work so that you can make the money to pay for the lifestyle that you've already been living.
Yeah.
And now you mad at the world because you made the choice not to go and do the education or something education wise in the years that you didn't have that much responsibility.
Yeah.
That's all I be saying. Like, let's be a little bit smarter than what we're being, and then don't set up the blame, which kids set up the blame years in advance. They be like,
Well,
oh, you didn't teach me that. I'm like, they did teach you that. You just didn't use it.
well, in this day and age, everybody, and I'm guilty of it. Even back in the day, I rushed to get to be an adult. Like, I couldn't wait. Like, I remember turning 18 and getting a cell phone plan. I didn't even have a job. They was like, yeah, you can do this. I was like, all right, bet. And that bill came later that month. I said, damn, what am I going to do with this? Better get the hustle.
Yeah, and we
But,
all been there. I've
yeah,
done that, like
yeah.
stupid stuff like that. But now there's no there's no excuse to be
No, it's not.
to to
That's
to be
then
that
versus now.
oblivious.
Yeah, you're I'm gonna say you're way too educated. There's too much around for you
Information.
to succeed and not start out so rocky.
Yeah,
Just
and then like we got to look at society and like a lot of stuff is being said about, oh, America, we can't afford this, we can't afford that, and I'm like, well, like it's a strategy, and you got to be even more strategic. So I was looking at it like, you the more below, like I always say, I just now got to even, right?
okay, yeah,
um just with family, it's circumstances and everything. Like I've been working my way up to even,
yeah.
which everybody thinks my even is good, but I'm not satisfied with that. That's how close to success I think that I am. You know what I
I
mean?
like that.
And you see,
Yeah, yeah, I
I
like
brought
that.
it full
Yeah,
circle.
uh huh.
So,
All right.
um, but everybody starts at a different level, and some people are closer to even or even higher than even based off of their circumstances of their lives, right?
Yeah,
So when we look at it and we're looking at strategy, you have to, yeah, be more strategic when you're below the threshold of even. And if you're closer to success, then you don't have to be as are closer to um
the level
uh,
that you
well,
feel.
yeah. If you don't have as many worries,
Mm, yeah,
mainly monetarily, if you don't have as many worries, you can be a little bit more not strategic with what you're doing. Which being strategic all the way through these levels would benefit everybody because we have so much information out now. That's what I'm saying. Like, so the thing I'm referencing is a podcast, Diary of a CEO. Yeah, some dude on there was like, "Oh, I'm not worried about the $3 coffee that you buy every day
okay.
because that adds up to be, something else. But if you look at how much are we saving as a percentage every year, and you hike that percentage up, it'll be way more beneficial in the long run. But all these people online are talking to people that have money already.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I like
We don't
when
have
you,
money already.
yeah, they like, oh, Shaq is a great entrepreneur. You had millions of dollars.
You had super contracts.
Yeah, super max contracts, and
Yes.
yes, you have enough wiggle room to be like, oh, okay, like I'm gonna just try this, and it's not really gonna affect me.
Mm-mm.
So I don't have to necessarily be as strategic, and I can let things work itself out. When you're below that threshold of even, yeah, you got to climb your way out, and
Yeah.
like every little thing matters because you don't know what's going to be able to make you successful. And that's why I say education. Nobody can take away my education. Nobody can take away my experiences. Nobody can take away the 23 years that I was doing all of this stuff. Nobody can take that away. So if I walk in with confidence, I can walk in with confidence because I did it all. Like, and I don't have, like, if somebody wants to challenge me in whatever they want to do, I'm pretty confident that I'm going to be able to compete at a high level too, at whatever it is. That's why we're doing this podcast. Like, we're doing it slow, and I ain't been putting out the clips and content like that because I need time behind the scenes to work, to
Yeah.
practice
Yeah.
and get better.
And this is a learned experience. Definitely for me. I'm not even gonna lie. So I mean, it's a learning
And CJ's
experience.
working on
I'm working
learning
behind the
about the
scenes and
podcast and yeah.
different strategies, how to hold your microphone, how not to laugh in the mic. Like I think I did a pretty good job
And
last
we'll have
week.
new mics and stuff.
Yeah,
Next podcast.
we'll be uptown.
Yeah, they
We'll
gonna
be
be like, this is a
uptown.
whole new show now.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're working behind the scene. You gotta gravitate.
Yeah,
You
you
can't
gotta
just stop. You're like,
evolve and stuff.
well, now I got this podcast. Well, that's it. No, no. This is gonna expand
Yeah,
to so many things.
and you
and so
gotta
many-
adapt. You gotta be doing multiple things
Yeah,
that go towards your success, because success is a lifelong process. And like I said on another podcast, there's different segments of life. The segments that we're talking to our audience about is the learning.
yes,
Learning, what is it? Learning, earning, and then giving back.
that's correct.
You know, you learn what you need to know to make the money at this time, 15 to 25. That's when you're learning, because
Definitely.
I don't know, and I say this all the time. I do not know where you're going to get the skill, the just the basic skill development if you're not going to high school and college. I don't know where you're gonna get that place where you can mess up and it's still like you can still learn from it.
Yeah.
Once you get in the real world, you can't get fired from your job. I can't get fired from my job. Once you know what I mean? Because we done built lifestyles based off of how we.
That's gonna be I don't want to be in dire straits.
Right, and we can't really move from job to job. Especially now, I don't know what the job market is like outside of what I hear.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I knew it was hard to get the positions that I've gotten over the years. That's why I spent 7.5 years making $24,500. Like I wasn't getting. I was trying everything. I was volunteering. I was talking to people, knowing people, doing all of that, and I still wasn't getting opportunities to have decent jobs, which was also good for me as well. It forced me to be present where I was at, and bloom where I was planted, doing a good job where I was.
I like that analogy.
You see what I'm saying? So that's a skill that I didn't have, and be patient as well as don't be satisfied. That was the journey that I was on. I was like, but like I was doing extra stuff. I was like, let me add this to my schedule. Let me add this to my schedule. Let me add group fitness classes. Let me add more group fitness classes. Let me add 16 group fitness classes. I was challenging myself every single week.
Mm-hmm.
That was a dedicated challenge, and then I had even challenges inside of the week that I would have to accomplish, and it was just by going through it. And one of the instructors, one of my coworkers, instructors this week, she was like, 100%, 100% isn't reality. Going 100% every single day, giving 100% every single day. But I was like, it is a reality. You can give 100%.
You can.
Where you give the 100% is different. If you're tired, you can give 100% in intensity. If your intensity is up, you're automatically going to rise to the level of your intensity.
Yes.
So when I'm tired, and this was on a Tuesday, I do 2 classes on Monday. Right now, I do 2 classes on Monday, 3 classes on Tuesday. And I was tired from Monday, and I didn't get really enough sleep after that, or between Monday and Tuesday, and then I just got like maybe a little nap in between work and then going to the gym. And I'd be at the gym on Tuesdays for like 4 hours, right? And my intensity was picked up in that class. Like and then we did a hard cycle class that day too, and I was just like right before that, and I came in there, I was like, let me go ahead and do everything the way that I was way that I want. I didn't think about the weight that I put on there. I put the same amount of weight that I put on the day before because I went up in weight a little bit.
Good.
So I did the same way. I didn't think about it. I just did it. I was just like, let me keep my intensity high,
Mm-hmm.
and then my body will follow.
That's right.
So
Train to win.
but they ain't training. They trying to do 6 months,
Well, I mean,
which is it's okay
it's
depending
an
on,
option.
yeah, it's an option. But understand that after the six months, you still have to do more work to get to the higher levels of
Yeah.
success that you want to see.
Yeah, that's probably just to just to get in the door
Get in the
to
door,
see.
yeah.
And I say this to say that 6 months dedication to see where you at. You may not like it. You may not like and I forgot what it is, but I think it's data training or something like that. It may be without saying the company's name. I don't know. Like I said, if
You
I
can
was
try it.
if I was young again, and I really wanted to win, and I was dedicated and committed to excellence, which I am, I would probably do both. I would probably use my youthfulness because when I was young, I did all kinds of stuff. I barely slept. I'd be like boom, 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 go out to party, boom, go to work, do that, go home, maybe take a cat nap, bam, I'm doing something else. So in my youthfulness, I would probably commit to both because you could go to college and your trajectory for college is certain things that's going to take longer, okay? And then this 6 months could be something that can be your base, like
And
even though you're working.
we gotta explore that. Like
Yeah,
we gotta really go into an investigative.
I'm gonna do some more stuff so
We're
I
gonna
can
do it
figure it
right
out.
here on this podcast. That's
But
what I'm saying.
but your trajectory is going one way, but then you have like a base. That's like your part-time job. You got your full-time job. You're working towards that. You're working towards your accreditation to whatever line of work that you want to do. But this is your 6 months. Now you're getting paid, and you're funding that money towards your trajectory, or you're funding that money towards something that you can do right now and build upon it. So I'm not saying that you can take the 6 month route and be satisfied. You might, because you know what people are getting paid today versus what people were getting paid when I was about to be an adult is crazy work.
Mm-hmm.
Like minimum wage, they raised it like $1 to 26. I don't know where minimum wage is, but I know it's super spectacular. I know it's not something that you can be excited about, but money is money, and you got to make your money. You got to use your money to promote the life that you want to live and be successful and try and gain traction towards your future. If I said that correct, I don't know. But anyway, you got something.
I just it's there, there's so many options. It goes back to what I said. Where is your interest? What is and do you want to be a data analyst? Probably not. Like for like,
Yeah.
I mean, like let's be honest. Like that's the type of thinking that we have to start thinking about. And like I said before, I sat there and I was like, do I want to go work at Best Buy or should I stay in the school system and uh, go towards? There's different routes
Mm-hmm.
towards success. All roads lead to success, but you have to be able to and willing to go through with that route. Like I didn't see myself if I would have took the Best Buy route, I probably wouldn't be here right now.
Oh,
You see what I'm
okay.
saying? Like because I'm just going after the money. I'm not trying to develop myself in the environments that I need to be to understand the environments, to observe the environments, so that I could speak the stuff that I can speak now. All I would have had was my opinion, just based off of what I lived, my lived opportunity. And
Yeah.
that's what a lot of people are doing. And I see it every day with the teachers. They like, oh, you could do this, you could do that, but do you really have knowledge on what you can do? And the step by step process? No, like you're
No.
just sending people over to, or you want them to be um uh uh in the trades or whatever, but like you don't even understand the process. It seems like the
Well,
process is that you're going to be going there every day. You're going to be reading, writing,
yes.
typing. You're going to be taking tests
Yeah.
every week, every day, whatever and what you're doing in school, you have to do in school. You have to
There's no way
practice
around it.
there.
Yeah.
You practice there. And a lot of people, young people, are not making that connection. They're just going through the motions, is what we call it in basketball. You just going through the motions, and that's
You're practicing without practicing.
yes,
And
yes.
that's not good.
Yeah, you're just doing what is required, which was on the last podcast. And real true success is doing what is needed
Yeah.
and not required. This is what's needed to be successful. And I know y'all hear a lot of stories about people being successful, and you think it's all quick and fast, but
It is not.
I mean, the only way it's quick and fast is if you do a lot of stuff in a short period of time, and you're actually learning through. That's why the high school and the college process is like it is, even though they're price gouging us for these opportunities. But that's where, I mean, if you really want to look at it, and there's ways to make it affordable for you,
Yeah.
because we explore this every day at work. There's ways to make it affordable, but you have to understand what you want and what you gonna work for. You don't want to work for it. That's an entitlement attitude. They just want to just sit there and let somebody give it to them, and pause. but like the the long term effects is that if you don't take control of your education, your experiences, and everything that you want to do, somebody else is going to tell you what to do. So being a data
Yeah.
analyst for 6 months, and
And
you might, and you don't even know that you like sitting in front of your computer for you don't even know that. You just know you want to go do this because
absolutely.
somebody told you that it's short, and you didn't think nothing about it. You just thinking about the length of time,
Yeah.
and you could have directed your studies, your uh, your experiences. You could have enjoyed the process, going a longer route,
Mm-hmm.
but you want us to go the short route. Now you stressed out because you gotta you gotta do this and this, and you never practiced that. But you could have practiced it in college. But you gonna pay for it. But you got somebody to pay for this, and now you not even really invested in. You gotta invest is
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say. You
You
gotta
do.
invest time, money, and you gotta sacrifice a little something to go up.
Well, I want to piggyback on what you said a couple of moments ago about the price, and sometimes the price is set to deter you from even wanting to try. And I say this to say this: in a loan, your credit matters. Okay, if you have very very good credit, then you can get the lowest interest rate. If you've had mediocre credit, then you'll get a mediocre interest rate. If you have super bad credit, it's going to require you to put some money down to even get into that loan, but it's going to be a commitment from you. What we're saying is that you are young enough and you have enough time to develop your credit report to where you don't have to accept a bad loan. You don't have to accept a high interest rate just because you want something. Sometimes the things that you want are priced out of your range because it's not for you right now. And then if you go ahead and you want to commit, you're stressing yourself out trying to commit that, keep that commitment. Something else is going to go on the wayside. So you can 4 year your stuff, or you can 6 month your stuff. Either way, you're committing to something that's going to help you. And this is what this podcast is about. We're living our lives. We are making our decisions on a daily basis, and we're trying to help you focus and make better decisions as you grow as a person, because you're the next wave of adults. And the next wave of adults are going to be obviously the people that are going to make the choices of the world. We want you to make smart choices. We don't want to go backwards. We want to go forward. We want to have progress. We want to be successful. Everybody wants to be successful in their own ways. But how close or how dedicated are you? Are you willing to make the price to be successful now? Or are you willing to work to justify your success? Did that make sense? It made sense to me. So yeah, that's what this podcast was about today. Is the tiers that you can go through and the level of success. You may taste success and be like, well, this is the best thing ever, and you might have just gotten to the good part. You can still go up further and get to the top.
So the work hard philosophy is one that, and why I say strategy is best, and you better be more strategic. The below even when you're below even as far as circumstances, family circumstances and stuff, and you're trying to work your way out, you have to be strategic because you have to limit the mess ups. you have to limit the stuff that's going to set you back.
Yeah.
So you have to know what is coming, what could possibly step in your way in that process. So that's why you got to be strategic. That's why when the guy was talking about, I'm not worried about the $3 coffee. I'm worried about the $3 coffee because the 16-year-old is not worried about the $3 coffee, but $3 over a long period of time
every
day. That's a lot of money that 16-year-old can save. So, but it doesn't necessarily say, like, I could buy a $3 coffee and not every day and not miss it. You know what I mean? But I also could save on that smaller level as well too. Yeah. But it's not as important for me right now. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a big deal for me right now. That's why I say, like, you can be strategic, and you gotta be strategic as you are a young person now. And like, I was strategic about what I did. Like, I made the decisions that I made moving forward. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's basically what I got. But it's success is subjective, and that's why I think, because I watch a lot of podcasts and a lot of people have guests on, and they do different they read stories and stuff. Like, I'm not a storyteller. Like, I tell stories about success, but they usually involve me, like, because I experienced it.
You're the main character.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know how to not do that. I don't know how to make up scenarios all the time to get you to go and focus on what you need to do. I'm like, the bad thing with my students is that they always come to me with some kind of excuse and stuff. Like, I don't want to hear no excuse. Nobody gave me an excuse I just had to do what I had to do.
Exactly.
Because I signed up for these different things. I signed up to be a student, athlete, organization, you know, I signed up to be a resident assistant. I signed up for work study. Like I had to do all of those things. Like, and if I didn't do it, then I wasn't gonna get the outcome that I was supposed to
Yeah.
get. And but that was a choice by me. Like I could have just been a student and an athlete. I didn't have to uh, sign up to be in that organization.
But
Or
you
the
wanted
major.
more.
Yeah, I mean,
And
and
that's
I had to trust somebody. What, y'all don't trust anybody. The kids these days don't trust the system, which the system is broken to an extent, but like your teachers and stuff, like I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt that their intentions are good.
yeah.
So what you can do with that intention, if your intentions are good and you want me to learn, and we have this interaction, I can do what you say, just in the uh in the academic portion. But like I said, you always got to look at what people's lives are outside of what they're teaching you. Because if you want their characteristics, um and you want to be influenced by their characteristics, you got to look at how they move in their day-to-day lives. If you
Oh
don't
yeah.
know how they move in their day-to-day lives, then because I can guarantee you that some of the a lot of the teachers I work with, I'm like, I don't know if I would listen to you as a kid, but I would have listened to, because I didn't know my teachers' lives in high school,
No.
like outside, but I knew my coach's live because his wife came, his kids came. I saw his interaction. I didn't see that with other teachers just
No.
because we wasn't in that space, you know. And you don't know, but I actually talked to the teachers, so I'm like, hey, and they be like, oh yeah, I didn't do too well in this, and I didn't do too well in this, and I made it. I'm like, that is not the story that you need to be telling these kids, because they think it's a
No,
yeah.
Miss such and such made it. No,
Yeah.
you don't know how much I failed to get here.
Right. And that's those are the thinking. So once you tell a kid that,
Yeah,
they're gonna just be like, oh, I don't need it, since
yeah.
you didn't need it, obviously.
Kids are impressionable, and
Yeah.
you gotta watch what you say and do. They emulate a lot of things, and if you say, "Hey, I did X, Y, and Z, and shortcutted Z, Y, and F," why can't I do it? Look at such and such. She's doing great. Yeah, she might be doing great on the surface, but you don't know what's going on internally in her brain, or if she has regret or anything like that. And this is not a. We're not going to turn this podcast into that, but
A trigger for CJ.
no, it's not a
uh,
trigger for me. But I'm just saying, a lot of people, and I'll say this: a lot of people go through life and you don't know what they're going through. We had that conversation the other day, and it's good to tell people what you see them doing good at, so they can. I mean, some people don't need determination or any influence to keep going what they're doing, but it's good to acknowledge and give people their flowers and tell them, hey man, I know that you got a lot of stuff that you're trying to do, and you're doing it, and I think you're doing really well. And if the shoe was on the other foot, I do not know how successful I would be compared to you. That is a compliment, because you don't know what people are going through, what they do on their day-to-day lives, how much sleep they get, how little sleep they get, how they deal with irritants. Um, just it's just crazy. So appreciate the people that take the time to show you things, to talk to you about things, because it can rub off on you, and it
just
can be.
listen. Like that's all I did. Like I didn't necessarily apply the advice that I was getting until I understood what they were saying, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But I listened enough, and I was like, okay, let me file that in my file cabinet of things that older people said they went through. So if I come across that again, like I would have some kind of knowledge base to say, oh, this is how I would react in this atmosphere or for this situation. And that's all I'll be saying. Like, you can be a lot smarter than us. You can be a lot more strategic than us because you have so much information available. The problem is that it's too much information, and then you don't know who to listen to and what to do because you have so much information, and that's unfortunate. But you gotta buy the book, and you gotta read the book, and you gotta understand that there's a process and a strategy for this. So when I mean, the work hard philosophy is, it's original and it covers so much stuff in strategy that I'm just like, I don't even know how I made it up, created it, you know what I mean? But I understand it so well that it's just like, it, the four elements of success: goal, uh, goal, mindset, plan, and action. Like, that's basic, right? But you could go deeper with the actual acronym, and it's so important that if you buy Work Smarter and Work Harder, the Work Hard philosophy for individual achievement, like, and you get it, and you're able to understand these things. And once you practice it enough and like understand that progress equals happiness, and happiness is true success, right? Um, there's a
Very much
way
so.
to get good at everything, and that's I mean, and you have to bloom where you planted. So if if you're in a low achieving school, a school with fights every day and stuff, there's a way that you can get something out of it. They have some type of something good in that system. If you have a bad home life, you can go to school and work there. Like, that's where you channel your energy, for, because you don't know that your home life is causing you to act that way at school. You don't know that, but like, if you put it in your mind that I'm going to do well in school no matter what is going on, because this is the only thing that I can control. That's what we need all these young people to do. So if we had a school full of Washington Wildcats that went to class every day. We didn't have nobody in the hallways. The principals and the admin can do their jobs the way they're supposed to do their jobs in their office instead of patrolling the hallway.
Get in the class.
Right. Then we could have more stuff, and our ACT scores will go up. And then everybody's saying, "No, you don't need ACT score." It's okay if we don't need it, but like, you might as well do good at it.
That's a
If
stepping stone.
you know what I mean, like, if you don't need it later, it's okay. Well, but you did good on it. You did decent on it. Like, and you did decent. But like, our average is 14. I know I got a 17, but I didn't even study. I didn't, and we had other issues with.
I didn't even take mine.
See, I mean, but like, imagine we get a test out for free, right? We give it for free. They get a voucher to get it done for another free one or whatever, and I'm like, and then the student will not show up for the test. You did all this applying and all of this filling out forms and stuff, and then you don't even show up for whatever reason. Um, you see what I'm saying? Or you show up and you don't even try. You get a 6 on the whole thing. Like, how do you get a 6? Because you didn't try and you don't have nothing invested in this. We paid for. If you had to pay the $90, you'd be like, all right, I probably need to do.
Yeah, but try.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's my money on the
Yeah,
line.
yeah. But like, they make so much money now that they don't understand the relationship with, I bought this, and this is going to, like, this is important. They think things are disposable. Like, education is not disposable. Knowledge is not disposable. Like, you can't just get rid of it because you don't need it at the time. You got to learn the stuff. Like, and like, if we had people or young people in the schools that took that mindset and was like, I'm just gonna do good in school, whether
Mm-hmm.
I do get A's and B's or C's and D's, whatever I did, I tried, and that's all I can ask for. But if you don't even try, and you get D's and F's or C's and D's, and you could have did better, like you're doing you a disservice, especially to us that come from disadvantaged backgrounds.
Yeah.
Like I can't stress it enough that just try hard in the things that you can't listen to society. Society don't want us to be successful, anyways. Especially black people, black men.
No.
Like yeah, they'll give you a scholarship to play basketball because they gonna benefit off of it.
Yeah.
They gonna make
Sports
money off
betting
of
is
you.
everywhere.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like, but when you do get something free, you got to take advantage of the free. You gotta value the free. Like, I got a student that's about to sit for some interviews for a full ride scholarship, but he wants to play basketball somewhere, and I'm like, shoot, if you get this full ride scholarship, like
Play basketball on the side. Walk on.
try. I mean, you
Yeah.
could try that, but I'm just like, dang, like that's an opportunity that, like, and are you gonna go pro? Probably not. And are they gonna pay you a full ride? Probably not, because you see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But if you get this full ride, like, shoot, just play rec ball and
Yeah.
get on with your life, because the probability of you getting
You can.
getting paid for playing basketball is low.
Yeah. You can't get cut just playing rec ball.
And that scholarship don't go nowhere. Like
No.
that scholarship, if you follow the rules and the requirements, like shoot, they can't take that away. You can't
Absolutely
break
not.
you can break an ankle and still keep your scholarship and go to
Yeah.
class every day. You know what I'm saying? But once you break that ankle, there's a 18-year-old coming right behind you that, hey,
They're
you didn't
made
heal
every
up quick
day.
enough, or you
You're missing a step. Well, now you're on the bench.
right.
But
So we're gonna transition into 3,000 questions about us.
3,000 questions. Right
Uh,
here.
so let me put the timer on. 10 minutes. We'll do 10 minutes this time.
10 minutes. Okay. Well, you let me know when we're ready.
Go.
Oh, well, question 109. What's your favorite thing to eat with your fingers?
Probably a Nashville hot chicken sandwich from Mr. Wings.
Oh, ooh, okay. I'm gonna say a delicious sandwich. I'm not gonna be particular. Um,
Yeah, I probably shouldn't say Mr. Wings until they a sponsor.
well, that's all right. They'll sponsor us. Question 110. What's your favorite and most used cookbook? I don't have one.
I don't have one. I try not to cook.
The back of a hamburger helper box. Yes. Question 111. What food best describes your personality? Oh, wow.
You know?
No. Black margarita? I love black margaritas.
Yeah, oh, black margarita is good.
Yeah.
That's only $1 more than the other margaritas.
Yeah, it's black. So.
And it's black. But what food describes my personality? Probably a salad, because it has many different things, and all of it works to make it a great. Yeah, I would say that. Which, instead of being a melting pot, we'll get into the melting pot thing later. But you know what melting pot is? Would you rather be in a melting pot of society that blends into one thing, or in a salad of society, which everything is, each culture, each individual is their own individual who contributes to the liveliness and the nutrition of
Well, when you put it like that, I'm gonna choose the solid.
You got to,
I
but
don't, I
we're
don't
called
like.
the melting pot for a reason. We're melting into what?
I don't like being hot.
Dang, you just ruined my whole.
No, I didn't. Let's see. 112. Would you ever do a ride along with a cop? If so, what do you want to see? No, I do not. I would not.
I'm gonna do a ride along with Big Steve.
That'd be fun. But no, the danger and the nuance of me being a part of something that I probably didn't want to be a part of would probably happen.
Being negative instead of just going for the experience, but you could have just said, "I don't want the experience."
I've rode with cops before.
At a ride along, or what was you in the back seat with handcuffs?
I'm just gonna say I rode with cops.
All right.
113. Do you think ignorance is bliss?
No.
Absolutely not.
Ignorance is bliss. Like,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That was.
But I wish I was ignorant sometimes, so I could be blissful. Once you know, then
it's hard to ignore.
Yeah.
114. Are you a pacifist?
Do we need to search up pacifist?
Yeah, because I.
How do you spell it?
PACIFIST.
A person who believes that war and violence are unjustifiable.
No, I'm not.
You're not a pacifist?
No.
You don't believe that war and violence are unjustifiable?
No. Sometimes violence helps bring a point. Like, you can be, and this is just hypothetical, but you can be nice, and then people take advantage of your niceness, and then once you reach a certain point of your niceness running out, then you gotta get violent with them, and then maybe that will help them understand.
Or you can move on
and you can appreciate my niceness.
No, that's CJ's triggers. No. But
that ain't no trigger, because nobody's triggering me to do that.
Be violent. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna look the other way.
So it's unjustifiable then.
In certain aspects, but when it comes to me, I'm not gonna.
As an individual, so as a world, as a
world, I think that if most of the world would mind their business and leave other people's worlds to their own devices, then we would all get along. Because that's over there. As long as it don't come over here, it's fine. 115. What do you need to do to grow? Well, I need to stop being negative. I need to stop being negative. I need to be more positive. I need to believe in myself as well as my skills and my mentality.
I need to execute.
I also need to execute.
I need to execute on the things the ideas that I have, and that'll help me grow. Action. They say at some point in time in your success journey, action is going to be the best way to learn and grow.
I like that. Action. Yeah. I'm all about the action. 116. Oh, no. 116. What is something you wish you learned?
I don't know yet.
I don't really have an answer for that right now.
Yeah.
If I answer something, it would be really outlandish, like learn how to fly a plane. But that's for selfish reasons.
No, that's a good one. That's where I would go to. Like, maybe how to manage money better, but like then like I said earlier, like most people are talking to people that have money already and they're not managing the money correctly. You know what I mean? Like if you
Oh
don't
yeah.
have no money, like all of these money tips ain't really helping you, but you need to
How am I
save more than
how am I gonna save from
yeah.
nothing?
Like you need to get a rental property or and you need to get passive income. Well, I'm only making $24,500. I don't like that may be an aspiration that I have, but like that is not the main focus at this point right now.
I definitely agree. 117. Where's your favorite place to order pizza?
Minsky's, Minsky's got good pizza.
Oh my god, this is the bomb. We're in agreements. 118. Who taught you how to drive? Ooh, my grandma did.
My mom probably did, and then I perfected it.
Yeah, I was learning how to drive before I was supposed to learn how to drive, and I appreciate that. Because when you're first of all, trust is something that needs to be had in any relationship, and the fact that she trusted me or even wanted to believe that I could do something earlier than I was supposed to learn is just a benefactor that I will always treasure. 119. If you were to ever win a Nobel Peace Prize, what do you think it would be for?
Teaching people the strategy, my strategy of success.
Um,
Well, I would think. Hold on. My funding and running a life prep program for disadvantaged student athletes. That's what I would go.
That's a little bit more juicier.
Yeah.
Um, if I were to win the Nobel Peace Prize, I don't know what I would win it for because I probably haven't crossed that threshold yet. You can't win a Nobel Peace Prize just being funny and telling terrible jokes.
Terrible President Trump impressions.
I haven't did that in a while, but I don't want to get shot at. 120. Do you ask enough questions or do you settle for what you know? I don't think I ask enough questions in certain aspects, but more than likely I do not settle for what I know. Because that's the reason why I'm asking questions.
Yeah, that noise is gonna be cut out when we get added a microphone here next time.
Hey, that's dope.
Huh?
That'd be dope. And synthesize everything around us.
Yeah, it ain't gonna hear nothing. You ain't gonna hear the dog barking or nothing. Yeah, we done. But what was the question again?
Do you ask enough questions or do you settle for what you know?
Oh, I never settle for what I know, unless I think. Well, this is what I learned that I would rather die on my own sword. Like I would rather go with what I know if I know the other person doesn't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna make my most educated decision based off of what I know, and I usually know a lot. So especially yeah, but I did like I am coachable. Like I'm not a one of those people that is like just like yeah, I know and I'm just not gonna do it. But like once you got into a point where you are knowledgeable about a lot of different subjects like I am, and you read books on like my questions, I get answers from directly from the expert. So I listen to other people, but if I really want to know something about something,
Straight
I'm
to the
going straight
source.
straight to an expert. Like you're dating, like I just read a dating book, right? So I want to be more dateable. But they actually have a podcast called Dateable, and they did all this research and they conducted different experiments, and They talked to different people over a long period of time about like they did a lot of work and research to create this book that they put out, and I was like, it makes sense. Like, but I'm not gonna listen to somebody that has a closed mind about dating and relationships, and only wants to doesn't want to change or doesn't want to get better or whatever. Like, I'm gonna suggest this to a book to one of my friends, and I wonder how she's gonna react, because you know, the book is for people that want to find their love. So then it goes back to the question: do you go based off of what you know, or do you go do you ask more questions? You know,
I'm gonna ask more questions.
Exactly. So that's why I was asked, like, what am I doing wrong or different that I can do, or what can I do different so that I can possibly meet some more people, or to complete my life, I guess. Now my life is already complete, and that's one of the things that
you want to add to it.
Yeah, I want to add to it. That's one of the things that they said in the book, is that people aren't okay being by themselves. Once you're okay with being by yourself, then you can welcome somebody in your life. I've been not good by myself for a long time. I'm all right with that.
Brother. Let me tell you.
Well, anyways,
a lot of less stress.
We appreciate you listening to the Porch. The Porch, presented by Success is My Religion. And go get the books, Work Smarter and Work Harder, the Work Hard Philosophy for Individual Achievement. That is going to put you in a position to understand what success and the process of success from my perspective, my thoughts on it. What else? Subscribe to the podcast, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and CJ is all over the place too. So
yeah, I'm all over the place. I once the podcast gets published, I will be sharing it on all my platforms. Just in case you don't follow Mike, you follow me. That's our bridge to exploit and fill your minds with information.
Yep. And
you know, as always, be committed to excellence. Be all the way up. And do what you need to do to make yourself better. Commit to yourself to make yourself better.
Give me my theme music.
Up above the restricted area, he OC, that's a charge. They leasing, they rent team, my shit paid for what they charge. Ain't nothing for you to go out here and go get it. Only one rule, gotta be able to work hard. I'm up late nights, early mornings, I don't watch too much TV, city already performing. You keep them thoughts, I have no time for them. Solid cats and out raw for them. So much tension in these streets, everybody can't heat. Ready to settle petty beef, and I'm telling them cowards gonna be aiming at me. For the single retreat, I'ma make them believe it. I go hard, try to knock me down, you can't count me out. Work hard, no days off, I don't get no sleep. I go hard, I won't lose, you won't lose, you won't lose. How to execute, ain't no limit to my greatness, so waiting on you to work hard. Try to knock me down, you can't count me out. Work hard, no days off, I don't get no sleep. I go hard, I won't lose, you won't lose, you won't lose. How to execute, ain't no limit to my greatness, so waiting on you to work hard. See, I'm about to go, it's time to get it. Say you ready to work, then let's get it. If you paper chasing, I'm with it. Early in the morning, I'm talking about fitness, suit and ties, I'm all about my business. Time to change your way of living. If you want it bad enough, go and get it. You don't need nobody else tell you go and get it. Work hard, look in the mirror, the reflection is you. You don't like the current stats, now what you gonna do? Everybody got a point, but I got nothing